On behalf of the faculty and staff, I extend a special welcome to the families and friends of our students who join us to celebrate this milestone in their lives. On behalf of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, I want to congratulate our spring and summer 2021 graduating class. I'm particularly proud of this graduating class who had to adapt to extraordinary circumstances and did it incredibly well, like only Pitt engineers can. They faced the challenge of having to complete their last year remotely, including group projects and assignments. Judging by the outstanding work they did in their senior design projects, I can only say congratulations on your perseverance, resilience, and inspiring innovation and team spirit you exhibited in these difficult times. You're truly awesome. The reputation of both the university and the Swanson School will set you apart from others in your field. You're about to begin an incredible journey as you transition from students to alumni and take first steps into your careers, continue to graduate school, or even a pause to decide what comes next. Graduation from college is a time of great joy and anticipation for both students and families. The next few days will mark the end of years of study and individual sacrifices, but it will also culminate in a set of experiences that will live in your memories forever. Whether you're prepared to enter your profession or continue your education, I hope upon reflection of your time spent here, you take away a sense of pride and achievement in yourself and in your department. As alumni, I hope you'll continue to stay in touch with us and always be proud to be a graduate of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering and part of the international family of Pitt engineers. Professor Leonard Casson will now present the outstanding seniors for civil and environmental engineering programs.
Thank you, Radoslav. Our Spring 21 Civil Engineering Outstanding Senior is Samuel Stanford. Sam was a transfer student in a 3+2 physics and engineering program from Slippery Rock University. After transferring to the University of Pittsburgh, Sam joined the American Society of Civil Engineers, began volunteering for Allegheny Cleanways to clean the streets of Pittsburgh, was inducted into the National Society of Leadership and Success, achieved high academic honors with a 3.92 GPA, and completed an area of concentration in structures along with his civil engineering major. Sam, the plaque commemorating your achievement as Outstanding Civil Engineering Senior will be mailed to you. The Outstanding Senior for the Environmental Engineering program in Spring 2021 is Michael Gobreski. Michael is graduating with his bachelor's degree majoring in environmental engineering with a minor in economics. During his time here at Pitt, Michael helped lead Pitt Ballet Club as the administrative vice president, as well as serving as the fundraising chair for the American Academy of Environmental Engineers and Scientists. Michael plans to continue his education by pursuing a master's degree in quantitative economics at the University of Pittsburgh. Michael, the plaque commemorating your achievement as Outstanding Environmental Engineering Senior will be mailed to you.
Thank you, Professor Casson. This year, our graduating cohort selected a faculty member to address the class. I'm proud to announce that our graduates have chosen Professor Andrew Bunger for this honor. Professor Bunger is R.K. Mellon Faculty Fellow in Energy and has been a member of our department for the past 8 years. Prior to joining our university, Professor Bunger spent 8 years at CSIRO in Australia, where he rose to the rank of a research group leader. He joined our department in 2013 and was promoted to the rank of associate professor in 2018. Dr. Bunger has 16 years of experience in experimental, analytical, and computational investigation of hydraulic fracturing, rock mechanics, and site testing, including in situ stress measurement. He is arguably the world's leading experimentalist in the area of hydraulic fracturing research and runs the state-of-the-art hydraulic fracturing laboratory here at Pitt. Professor Bunger teaches classes in geotechnical engineering, fluid mechanics, and hydraulic fracturing. He has done an outstanding job in adapting to the 2 lab classes that he teaches to the current mode of operation. This honor bestowed by our students is a testament to his commitment to undergrad education. I hereby welcome your speaker, Professor Andrew Bunger.
Thank you so much for the honor of being able to speak with you today. Welcome, students, and welcome to your families and your friends who are joining us today. So it's great most years to see you all dressed up in our funny costumes. This is the time of year where I try to leave the house and my kids look at me and say, "You're not leaving the house like that, Dad." I'm like, no, this is like what we wear. It's a graduation thing. And my son turned to me and said, "Dad, you look like a bird," and that's not a good thing. So, you know, our kids and our friends and our family, they're very good at keeping us humble, at reminding us to laugh at ourselves. And I think a lot of times our lives can teach us a lot about engineering. And that's what I want to talk about today. And for those of you who've been my student under remote learning and feel right at home being here in my basement with the 4 clocks behind me, I'm going to tell you the secret of why I have 4 clocks. So that's coming at the end. So the first thing that I learned was from my daughter. I was helping my daughter. She'd taken a bath and she was young, like maybe kindergarten age at the time. It was during the fall. I was teaching soil mechanics. I had some of those things in my mind, and my daughter gets out of the bath and I hear her in the bathroom start to cry, and she's in the mirror looking at herself. She's crying, and I'm like, "Sweetheart, what's going on?" And she said, "Dad, when my hair's wet, it all sticks together." And I was like, "Oh, honey, like that's normal. It's because your hair has a negative charge on the surface, and so it attracts the polar water. It's the diffuse double layer." And she's like, "I don't even know what that is." And she starts crying even harder. And I learned from her that identifying a problem and solving a problem are 2 different things. And, you know, you're going to see you've already seen it for sure. But as you get out into the world, you are going to see anybody and everybody can identify problems. It is easy to identify problems in our world. We as engineers have the privilege of going the next step in solving the problems. What actually solved the problem for my daughter is I went and got a hairdryer and dried her hair, right? And that's what we need to do as engineers. We are those who are charged with the responsibility of solving problems. The second story I want to tell is something that my son did. We were driving to baseball and he was in the car, and a song came on the radio. And this was like at about the time where like Maroon 5 did the Super Bowl halftime, and we're all over the radio, and this song comes on, and my son says to me, "Do you like this song, Dad?" And I said, "I don't know, it's catchy, but there's something about the lead singer that just annoys me. I don't know what it is." And my son turns and looks at me in the car and he says, "Maybe he annoys you because he's richer than you, better looking than you, and Mom has a crush on him." And I'm like, "Oh man, like that." Well, at least the first 2 are true. I don't know about the third one, but what I learned is that sometimes it's hard to see the correct answer if it's not what we wanted to see. And as engineers, we can get caught looking for answers that we want to see, and not the answer that involves like that I made a mistake, or not the answer that involves that this project is ill-conceived. And so we need to be willing to see the answers, even if they're not the answers that we want to see. And the final thing came when I was an undergraduate. So I was a 3-2 student, 3-2 engineering student. I didn't start that way. I actually started as a music major. I was very serious about playing tuba when I was younger. Wanted to play tuba for a living for a little while. And the university I went to, Bethel University in the suburbs of Minneapolis, St. Paul, beautiful concert hall, really good wind ensemble, and lots of Swedish people live around there. And so when the King of Sweden came to the United States, we got the gig. So he was going to come to our concert hall, and the wind ensemble was supposed to play the 2 national anthems to kick off, I don't know, whatever else was happening in this program. So we practiced, we went through dress rehearsal, went to dinner, came back, got our tuxedos on. We were about to walk down and go on stage. And the conductor said, "Hey, announcement. The chairs that were there during dress rehearsal, they're not there anymore. There's only music stands, so you're all standing." Like, if you play clarinet or trumpet, like that's not a big deal. When you play a humongous upright tuba, that is a problem, right? They're very, very difficult to hold and play at the same time. So I was really annoyed. You know, we walk down, we get on stage, and sure enough, chairs are all gone. And the king, of course, isn't there. When you're king, you can be as late as you want to be. This time the king was like 15 minutes late. So we stand on stage, instruments getting cold, going out of tune. I'm fairly irritated with the whole situation by this point. And then all of a sudden the king appears. He just like, it's like, king's here. So the conductor jumps up on the podium and puts his hands in the air. It's time to play. And my horn, like if you play trumpet, you do like this, it's no biggie. My tuba, I had to pick the thing all the way up. And as I did it, I lifted it up fast. The bell came underneath the edge of the metal music stand and sent it tumbling across the stage. And we are in a concert hall where I could have dropped a grain of rice and you could have heard it. I mean, it literally sounded like a train wreck, which it was. And so conductor stands there, king is standing at attention, everybody's following suit while I pick up all my things. So I'm picking up, put the sheets of music back on the stand, get myself all organized. Everybody's waiting for me, watching me. I get ready. Now, in all of that, I forgot one more thing, which is that the conductor told us two things before the concert. The second one was, he said, hey, you know, we've been all coming in on the US National Anthem on the first downbeat. We're going to do a first cue to the snare drum roll, and then a second cue, and everybody comes in on US National Anthem. So, conductor cues, and the snare drum does the roll, and I forgot. And I played all by myself, except for the snare drum, the first note of the US National Anthem. Just a boom. It was a fantastic note. It was breath supported. Like, I was a pretty good player. I worked hard on the sound. It was a good sounding note. I projected it right out to the back of that auditorium. It was a seriously good note, played at the wrong time. And what I learned is that doing something, even doing something with excellence at the wrong time, is still a mistake. The timing is really, really important. Doing something, even a good thing, even doing it with excellence, but at the wrong time, is still a mistake. That's why I have 4 clocks in my basement, because this room isn't only where you saw me lecturing to you remotely, where you saw videos that I recorded for you. It's not only that, this is also the room where I read that email that says that proposal I spent 100 hours on didn't get funded. And this is the room where I get the email that says one of my students had a setback in the lab and we're going to be late on a deliverable for a project. This is the room where those setbacks take place. And I have 4 clocks because I'm kind of, I'm slow to learn. And I need that reminder that time and timing is so important, and it's not mine. When it's left to me, I either rush ahead too fast or I procrastinate. But the timing is not mine. The one thing that I can do is persevere. That's what's in my hands. I can persevere. I can develop this pathological need to just keep trying. And that's what I wish for you as you go forward into your career, because there are going to be times where you need to be intelligent identifiers of problems. There are going to be times where you need to be diligent solvers of problems. There are going to be times where you are going to need to courageously seek solutions, even ones that you don't want to find. And there are going to be lots and lots of times where what you can do is persevere. And as you persevere, what I wish for you is that your career will be like that perfect cup of espresso that we talked about in soil mechanics, where it all comes together, all the pieces come together, and the timing works out just right. And that is what I wish for you as you go forward into your career. Thank you so much, graduates, for this honor of being able to speak to you. Thank you, families, for all of your support of our graduates. Have an absolutely fantastic day. You deserve it. And all the best. Stay in touch.
Thank you, Professor Bunger, and these wise words that I think will serve well our graduate as they go out and change the world. A member of the graduating class has also been selected to deliver remarks based on achievements both in and out of the school. It is my pleasure to introduce Mark Garger, class representative for the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering graduates of Spring 2021. Mark Garger is a member of this year's graduating class concentrating in structures. In addition to studying civil engineering, He will be graduating with minors in Hungarian and architecture, as well as certificate in Russian and Eastern European studies. In his senior year, he served as the vice president of Pitt Student Chapter American Society of Civil Engineers and has been proud to aid in making this year's Ohio Valley Student Conference a success. And I can vouch for that. Mark did an outstanding job in organizing the remote conference for 14 schools. Following graduation, Mark will be continuing at Pitt through the Eager Master's Program, thanks in part to the generous fellowship in the name of Dr. Euler.
Thank you, Dr. Vidic, and good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to thank you, the students, for selecting me to talk at this year's Civil and Environmental Engineering graduation ceremony. I'm honored that after all this time, in between hearing my voice at seminar, as well as at ASCE events, you'd still like to hear from me one last time. In the time between when we first started our studies here at the University of Pittsburgh, whether it be as freshman year struggling through Engineering 11 and 12, or by transferring in at some later point in time, we have all come a long way. This is especially evident in the last year, where many aspects of life drastically changed. We all probably had plans for 2020 and this year as well, all of which quickly turned to dust. For me personally, this goal in 2020 was to start focusing on my own health. I'd intended to start going to the gym, doing some exercise, as my engineering lifestyle at the time spent way too much time sitting at a desk. So I did end up going once. Then I injured myself, had emergency surgery for this groin injury, and was out for about 8 weeks before I could return to the gym once again. All right, c'est la vie, moving on. At least after spring break, I can return and get back to the gym. Needless to say, that return never happened, and now I'm sitting at my desk even more than ever. While I did fail in my 2020 goal, I did actually develop another goal at that time, sitting a lot of time at my desk. And that skill was chess, and that is what I wish to focus on in this talk. I played chess a lot more in my younger days and took a break from it for a bit, only to return, as it offers many different things. Chess is an amazing game, having been developed over thousands of years. Teaches lessons such as discipline, time management, strategy, tactics, adaptation, and planning. All of these skills can definitely be paralleled to the college experience you have played along for during these past years. In my time playing, I developed a love for one opening in particular, known as the Traxler counterattack. It's an opening played with the black pieces and runs as follows. For those of you who might play chess, you might already be familiar with this line, but for others, I'm sure you could look it up or follow along after this ceremony. The line runs starting with the Italian opening: e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop d5. At this point, there is already a lot of development in the center of the board, and tension is mounting in several key locations. At this point, black would normally want to develop the piece without risking exposure to an attack. But in the Traxler, this is deliberately welcomed. Play continues with knight f6, then white plays knight g5. At this point, white believes they have an advantage if unprepared, and there is an imminent threat of a fork between the queen and the rook on f7. Instead of defending this, black plays the outrageous move bishop to c5, thereby allowing the fork to happen. White plays knight to f7, thereby forking the two pieces, but black then plays bishop to f2, putting the opposing king in check and thereby sacrificing its own bishop. Play can continue in many ways, but by the end of this, black might have put 3 or more pieces under direct attack intentionally, given up some material, given up a lot in sacrifice, but in the end might end up on top, as there are potential traps for 20 moves out for white. It's a very dangerous line, but it's a great line filled with a lot of fun and bold options. There are a lot of lessons in this line that can be transferred outside of the game of chess and into life. As chess grandmaster and legend Garry Kasparov once said, "Chess is life in miniature. Chess is a struggle. After all, the lessons learned in chess are the same ones that we strive for in life, as they prove to be most fruitful. The game of life is simply a game of chess, played against yourself. The only real opponent is yourself, and overcoming what you perceive to be reality is often the greatest struggle. Sometimes in life, we feel we are playing the black pieces in the Traxler counterattack. We are the ones in control. We dictate the play of the game, often making sacrifices for the hopes of a greater end. Many of us have seen growth in some way or another through these sacrifices. I know many of you have been involved greatly through ASCE in helping make this year a success, whether it be through OVSC or in the other events that we held this year. Some others of you have given time in volunteering, helping out with cleanups and food drives. Others have been involved in other organizations, whether it be professional, sports, personal, or social organizations. Each one of these is special in its own way. And in the end, if you gain something out of it, no matter how small, it is still worth it. It doesn't matter if you gambit or sacrifice a pawn or a queen, if it's 1 hour or years on end. Whatever it is, pursue whatever might come of it. Don't be afraid to take those risks. Risks can sometimes lead to the greatest victories. Take hold of these victories as they build up over time and can lead to more lasting benefits over the course of the game, or even as applied knowledge to a future challenge. At other times in our lives, we might think we are playing as the white pieces against a Traxler counterattack. We might believe to have an advantage, see opportunity just to move away. We continue on this path, oblivious of an out-of-ordinary move that popped up unsuspectingly. We started our college career in this way, expecting a traditional setup, and oblivious to what the later half of our college career might throw our way. We struggled through this middle game during a pandemic as a result, desperately trying to grasp at every potential lead, sometimes falling behind and blundering in the process. Ultimately, your testament to being here today shows you persevered to the end game. And now as we draw this game to an end, ready to begin the next chapter, whatever that challenge may be. Again, sometimes, and almost certainly most of the time, we are somewhere in between. We have a basic knowledge of what might be going on, but might still fall into traps or blunder away an opportunity. We might see these sacrifices as something and not see an immediate benefit, or sometimes these sacrifices are in vain or even come as a detriment. These blunders make up many forms, whether it's an unforeseen question that never came up in senior design, finishing 3 pictures at HEMS on your own in 2 hours, a poor result on a test, or some personal shortcoming. Either way, each of these opportunities only strengthens you, makes you more resilient to possible failures in the future. In surviving the current state of the world, you have been refined and made stronger. Your perseverance can carry over to the next game. The game of chess is not merely an idle amusement. Several very valuable qualities of the mind, useful in the course of human life, are to be acquired or strengthened by it. Life is a kind of chess in which we often have points to gain and competitors or adversaries to contend with. This quote, this time by Benjamin Franklin, sums up the game quite well. After all, life is a game, so go on, play it. Play it in your own style. Play it however you'd like. Learn a new opening, strengthen your middle game, or become dominant in the end game. Just remember, keep on playing. The only real bad move is the move never made. I'd like to thank you all once again for this opportunity to talk and wish you all the best of luck on your future endeavors. I hope to be able to convene with you one last time before we all part ways, and hopefully we'll see you at PNC Park tonight. Thank you all, and hail the pit.
Thank you, Mark, and congratulations on an impressive undergrad career, which will no doubt inspire your future as a civil environmental engineer. I'm really looking forward to hearing about your many accomplishments in the years to come. We will now begin the portion of the program where we give individual recognition to each of our graduates. Isabel Lee, who is the president of the American Society of Civil Engineers Student Chapter at Pitt, will announce our graduates and their accomplishments.
Thank you, Dr. Vidic. We will now move to reading the names of those receiving a doctorate of philosophy in civil engineering. First off, we have Abdullah Abdulaziz Al Abdul Karim. Abdullah wants to thank everyone for their support. Special thanks to the family, friends, and colleagues. He's thankful to be one of Dr. Harry's students. Dr. Harry's is one of the greatest doctors he has ever worked with. His attitude and caring is something else. Also, he would like to thank his lab friends, Scooter, the best engineer ever. There are others to thank, but you guys didn't give him enough space here. Trevor Slate. Trevor would like to thank Dr. Ng and Dr. Gilbertson, his advisors for all the guidance and support, and his lab mates for the encouragement and teamwork. A highlight of Trevor's time at Pitt was involvement in EGSO for all 3 years, and he is grateful to his leadership team. Investing in undergraduate students has been a special privilege and a way to give back. Trevor directly mentored 3 students. Lisa Stabrilla. Lisa's biggest accomplishment at Pitt is becoming an independent researcher that will help her launch her own academic career. She has received an NRC postdoctoral fellowship to support her postdoctoral work at NIST in the Complex Microbial Systems Group starting this fall. She thanks her parents and sister for their support during her 10 years at Pitt and her advisor, Dr. Gilbertson, who has helped her grow in so many ways. Next, those receiving a Master of Science in Civil Engineering. Rehan Akonen. Rehan came to the U.S. to pursue her career in construction management. CM program added a great value to her knowledge. Rehan earned extensive skills during her master's program, which helped her to start a career here in the U.S. She would like to thank her husband for all his support and encouragement from the beginning to the completion of her master's degree. Now I'll read those who are receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Civil Engineering. George Aristotle Avalotis. George would like to take a moment to thank his mom and dad for all their love, support, and encouragement. George has made lifelong friendships and was fortunate to have found many great mentors amongst his professors. He is a founding father of the Pi Sigma chapter for Phi Gamma Delta. Ethan Backoff. Ethan can express how much he appreciates all of the support his family has shown during his college career. Thank you guys. Ethan wouldn't be where he is today without his friends, thanks to everyone who has been there over the years. Ethan still can't believe he passed Physics 2, but now that he has, it feels like anything is possible. Nathan Gerald Barnes. Nathan's favorite college moment was winning Greek Sing 2 years in a row. Nathan is excited to kickstart his career in Washington, D.C. as an engineer with Grunley Construction Company. He would like to thank his CEE classmates, George Avalotis and Ethan Backoff, for being great friends over the last 3 years. Carly Bartholomew. Carly wants to thank all of her professors over the last 4 years. She also wants to thank her family for their constant support. Carly is very excited to be moving to New York City to work for Kiewit. She enjoyed her time in college as a member of the Theta Phi Alpha sorority. Matthew J. Dinan. Matt has accepted a full-time job offer to work for Turner Construction in Pittsburgh. Matt would like to thank his parents for always supporting and inspiring him. Noah Donovan. Noah has met some future lifelong friends at Pitt and hopes to keep in touch with them throughout the years after school. He would like to thank Professor Keith Johnson for inspiring his interest in transportation engineering. Noah would also like to thank his family and his fiancée Amber for supporting him through his college career. Sophie Anna Engel. Sophie is graduating summa cum laude and with a minor in Spanish. Sophie would like to formally apologize for spamming her professor's emails, especially Dr. Cassin's, over the last 5 years. She would like to thank her friends and family for all of their support during her college career. Noah Daniel Forbeck. Noah joined the ASC OVSC surveying team and loved every minute of the below freezing Saturday mornings in Shenley Park. He's excited to move on into the workforce to apply his knowledge in transportation engineering to better our communities. Noah wants to say thank you to his friends and especially his family who supported him every step of the way. Mark Garger. Mark is proud of his academic accomplishments as well as the fruits of his time in Pitt ASCE. Mark is pleased to continue his education through the Pitt EAGR program next fall. We would like to thank his friends and family that helped him make it this far. Clarence Mason Hill. Mason is graduating with honors from the University of Pittsburgh and excited to move back to the DC area and start working at Hensel Phelps. Mason was a part of many teams and organizations, including Pitt Excel, ASCE, NSBE, Brotherhood, 2 OVSC competition teams, and the Pitt Estimating team. Mason wants to say thank you to all of the support and advice the CEE department gave over the years, and also thank the Pitt Excel staff and program. Caitlin M. Hudak. Kate has loved spending countless hours in Benham Library, doing headstands in front of Kathy and emailing her professors' names. Kate has mentored underclassmen through the Newman Club and is excited to start her job at Gannett Fleming as a transportation designer. Caitlin would like to thank her friends and roommates, the oratory, and her parents for their continual support and engagement. Russell Jacobs. Russell completed 2 internships during college and is excited to begin working as a project engineer with Railroad Construction Company this summer. Russell helped lead his team to first and third finishes at the CAWP student estimating competition during his junior and senior years. Russell would like to thank his family and friends for supporting him and helping him achieve his goal of becoming a civil engineer. Zachary Michael Kaminsky. Zach was a 3-year starter with the Pitt Club football team. He's excited to start his job with Hensel Phelps Construction Company in August. Zach wants to say thank you to his family, friends, and classmates for their support throughout him obtaining his bachelor's degree. Erin Elizabeth Lawley. Erin graduates with honors, making the Dean's List each semester and obtaining a 3.9 GPA. Erin is excited to begin her full-time position as staff engineer with Bowler in June. Erin is grateful for the friends she has made through her CE classes and ASCE involvement, and she wishes them the best of luck. Javier Francisco Lara. Javier would like to thank his friends and family for their support over the last 4 years. Javier is grateful for the opportunity to work with great professors and fellow students. Javier will be commissioning into the United States Army as an active duty engineer officer. Abigail K. Martin. Abigail really enjoyed her time at Pitt and will miss her professors and classmates. After graduation, she will begin working as a highway designer at AECOM. Abby would like to thank her family and friends for all of their support. Ryan Timothy Mason. Ryan would like to thank his family for all they have done for him to be able to get to this point in his career. Ryan has enjoyed his time here at Pitt and has made long-lasting relationships with lots of new people. Ryan will move into his future with a full-time position as a project engineer with the Pyle Company. Keegan William Adu Ramser. Keegan wants to thank all the friends he met at Pitt. He also wants to thank the Pitt Men's Volleyball Club, and he wants to thank his family. Zachary David Rulai. Zach will be pursuing a career in the United States Navy as a naval officer. Zach is the first of his family to attend college and is appreciative of the opportunity. Zach wants to say thank you for all the support of his friends and family. Robert Skander III. Robert has served as Pitt ASC's fundraising chair for the past 2 years, where he was in charge of running the organization's career fairs. He has also been a part of Pitt ASC's Steel Bridge for 3 years, serving as co-captain for 1 year. Robert plans to work in industry after graduation in either construction management or geotechnical engineering. Samuel Edward Stanford. Sam would like to say thank you for the support of his family and friends and hopes to go on to get his master's degree. Sam would like to thank the Pitt faculty for voting him most outstanding senior in civil engineering. Sam will graduate with 2 bachelors in physics and civil/structural engineering with a 3.84 and a 3.9 GPA respectively. John Francis Churchup. John will be working at McMahon Associates as a staff engineer. This job is focused on highway design. John has learned a lot and wants to thank his parents for their support and the Pitt faculty for pushing him to be his best. John will be graduating with a 3.8 GPA. He strives to learn more and more as Pitt provided him a great foundation for success. Pena Pitt Urakitsit. Pena Pitt wants to say thank you for the support of his friends and family and hopes to land a wonderful job soon. He wants to say thank you to all his instructors for teaching the best they can and for carrying him as a student. Pena Pitt wants to specifically thank Dr. Stephen Sachs and Dr. Andrew Bunger for being great mentors to him. Their hard work will not be forgotten. David L. Webster Jr. David graduates with honors and is ready to start full-time with Stantec later in May. He has continued to work part-time as an intern during the last couple of semesters to further his professional development. David would like to thank his family, friends, and colleagues for all of their support throughout his college career. I will now be reading those receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Engineering. Kyle Allen Freiberger. Kyle graduates with honors and hopes no professors are caught off guard by his short hair. He plans to work at KU Resources after graduation. He wishes to thank all of the professors who have gone out of their way to help him and specifically wishes to name Dr. Khanna and Dr. Aim. A fond memory in Kyle's college career was competing with the concrete canoe team in Akron and throwing the concrete frisbee to get second place. Michael Roman Gobreski. Michael wants to thank his parents and sister for their enduring support plans to earn his master's in quantitative economics from Pitt. Michael helped lead Pitt Ballet Club as the administrative vice president. Michael completed the Shenley Disc Golf Course with a personal best of 3 under. Madison Taylor McDade. Maddie plans to work with Langen Engineering's Pittsburgh location as an environmental project engineer after graduation. She will always be thankful for all the support she has received from her peers, mentors, family, and friends. Maddie wishes all the people she's met throughout the years at Pitt a successful, happy, and healthy future. Never stop doing what makes you happy. Alex Mercader. Alex graduates with honors after struggling academically in her first year. Alex was nominated to be on the executive board of her sorority, Sigma Sigma Sigma. Alex has found the best group of friends throughout the university and would like to thank them for everything. Jonathan Steven Samasic. Jonathan is excited to continue his career with Arcadis. We would like to thank his parents and close friends who have been his motivation and moral rock. Jonathan is proudly graduating with honors. Donna Vidic. Donna wants to say thank you to all of her dedicated professors without whom she would not be as passionate and excited about her future career. She completed several inspiring projects through independent research that bolstered her passion for the environment. Donna completed a co-op experience as well as participated in a research lab to broaden her education.
Thank you, Isabel. We, faculty and staff in the department, would also like to acknowledge the family members and friends who have contributed to your success emotionally, financially, and spiritually. They certainly deserve your recognition and remarks and thanks. After the university commencement ceremony, you will become Pitt alumni. As you succeed in your professional life, I encourage you to maintain the bonds between you and your classmates and with your Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering through active participation in our many programs and events. Civil and environmental engineers build the human environment, and so you're part of a proud millennia-long profession. As you build your own careers, you'll find that civil and environmental engineers build the bridges, both physically and metaphorically, that help to improve the human condition around the world. Our best wishes are extended to you, your families, and your friends as you change the world. Thank you to the people who have assisted in the arrangement for today. We thank them for their help in making this a very special event, especially Alyssa Grogan and Cheryl Moran. Thanks to Paul Kovac for technical assistance with this virtual graduation ceremony. I hope this is the last one we ever do. Our faculty, who had the honor of teaching this outstanding class, put their congratulations in the video that follows. I'm very sorry that we couldn't serenade you one last time with Sweet Caroline because of copyright issues, but let me congratulate you on your outstanding accomplishments and wish you all the best in your personal and professional pursuits. Hail to Pitt. And here are the individual faculty congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You made it. I want to wish you the best of luck, and I hope your futures are bright and that you are successful, as I'm sure you will be. I also wanted to share with you a little sentiment that my mentor taught me, and that is, as you're climbing the mountain, make sure you stop and reflect on all the accomplishments that you've gone through over the last 4 years. Good luck to you.
Hello, graduates. Congratulations. You've done such a great job. I'm really proud of you. You've had to add pages to your playbook that you never knew you had. So I wish you all the best, that this time of challenge that we've been through would make you into a really special generation of engineers. I'm really proud of you, and I wish you all the best. Stay in touch.
I want to congratulate the April 2021 graduates of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. You have persevered through a pandemic, online classes, and even mastered learning using the Pitt Flex process. These skills that you have developed during these very difficult and interesting times will help ensure your success as practicing professional engineers. Congratulations and God bless.
Congratulations, CEE graduates. You did a great job. Hope you spend some time with your family, and best wishes to your future.
Congratulations, graduates. You've made it. Your journey to this point has been unlike any others that have gone down this path before you, and you should be very proud of all that you've accomplished under the given circumstances. It's been wonderful to get to know all of you in class and extracurriculars. We hope that you have a successful career ahead of you. We'll miss you, and please be sure to stay in touch with us.
Congratulations, graduates. You've all made it, and you've all made it through what we will remember as the most challenging times of our lives. I cannot wait to hear about the great things you will all achieve as you embark on the next step in your professional life. And remember, be kind, work hard, and you can make anything happen. Congratulations once again.
Dear graduates, congratulations to you and your families on this great achievement. We are very proud of you. You worked really hard and you made it. I am positive you're well equipped for any endeavor you choose. Now, your alumni, please don't be strangers and keep in touch.
Congratulations to each and everyone. I'm very proud of you for overcoming all of the hurdles and successfully finish your study. I'm confident that you are ready to take on any challenge ahead of you. Best wishes for a bright future. Stay safe and healthy.
Dear class of 2021, congratulations on making it to this really important achievement, even though you've had to do it in what, for most of us, has been one of the hardest years of our lives. We're so proud of everything you've accomplished and so excited to see what you have to offer the world in the years to come. As we enter this new end of spring, early summer, where we see real hope around the corner, we think that you have been equipped through your education and all of your achievements to tackle some of the hardest situations that could possibly be thrown at you. And we're so excited to see what you'll do. Congratulations again.
Dear class of 2021, congratulations on your remarkable accomplishment. Best wishes for a bright future. I hope that you will be part of the change we need to create a greener, safer, and healthier world for everyone. Ciao.
Hello, everyone. Wanted to congratulate you on your graduation from the university. I'm very proud of all of you. You all did a tremendous job. It was a pleasure getting to know you. I know it wasn't easy circumstances, but we made it through, and I know you're going to do great things. So congratulations, and please stay in touch.
Hi, Spring 2021 graduates. Congratulations on your graduation. You've done an excellent job. You should really feel proud of your accomplishments and hard work through these difficult times. We wish you best in your future careers and keep making us proud. Congrats again.
2021 grads, congratulations to you and your families. We had a tough year and a half, but you guys stuck through it and you made it. I want to thank you for hanging in there with the faculty and working together with us to get through this difficult time. And together we persevered. I guess that's going to be life in general. You never know what's going to throw at you, but you just have to dig in and make the best of a bad situation. Really happy for you. We're going to miss you around Benedum, but we'll hope you come back and see us. And good luck with your future endeavors. Again, congratulations.
Congratulations, graduating Panthers. You work very hard to be where you are, and you certainly deserve it. Enjoy the celebration and success, and have a great summer. We wish you the best of luck in the future.